A long, long time ago, I can still remember how that music used to make me smile. And I knew if I had my chance, that I could make those people dance, and maybe they'd be happy for a while. But February made me shiver with every paper I deliver. Bad news on the doorstep.
All right, Fitz, how far are we going with this?
I couldn't take one more step. Hello, I'm Fitz.
And I'm not Russell. I'm Logan instead.
And we're the Crunchy Duck Gamers.
How's it going, everybody?
How's it going? Logan is filling in for Russell because Russell is a world traveler and he's traveling
The world.
the world, the entire. He's going around the world in 80 days.
AKA just like Italy, I think.
Italy and other parts of Europe.
That's pretty much the world. Anyway, I am your honorary Crunchy Duck Gamer today, and today we are going to be talking about one of Fitz and mine's surprising favorites throughout college when we played all those RPGs in our college days. It happens to be the game Darksiders.
Woo!
Yeah!
Darksiders of the Moon. That's the game, right?
It's the
Darksiders
best.
of the Moon.
Yeah.
The Moon of the Darksiders. But before we go into that, a short discussion.
Discussion.
We'll have a short discussion about the games we've been playing this week, last week, last month, last year.
This is probably going to be my favorite segment for today because I am really excited about what I've been playing.
Yes. So, Logan,
Yes!
what have you been playing?
Well, today is May 24th, which means that Overwatch has finally released. And oh my gosh, not only did it released a day early. So I actually got to play it last night, the 23rd, a Monday.
Oh my God, rule breaker!
It's so incredible when gaming companies break the rules because it's usually a good thing for us gamers. But yeah,
Unless the servers they can't get the servers running. But,
yeah, I think it took them a little bit to get it going. But
that's probably why they released it early, so the crash would happen the day before.
Exactly.
Instead of that Tuesday.
You know what? That's probably it. That's actually probably it.
That makes sense to me.
I know I was busy until like late that night, so I didn't actually have to worry about that. But
Yep.
oh my gosh, it was great to just come home after a night of church softball to play Overwatch. Fitz, you played the beta, correct?
I played the beta. I have the game.
So good, man.
I loved it. We talked about Overwatch a lot last episode.
Yes, I remember.
So I'm not going to go into my opinions because if you listen to the last episode,
you'll get all of them.
you'll get all of it. But I had a lot of fun. I didn't expect to like it. Actually, I expected to hate it. I expected to hate it, and I didn't. I loved it. I fell in love, and I bought the game, and I haven't, opened the Saram wrap off the game yet. But I will.
Tonight, right? After this, we're going to be
Probably after this, I might play Doom. I don't know. I have too many games to play.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, I will say that my experience with the beta, I was honestly very, very shocked and pleasantly surprised when we were able to play as every character during the beta. I did not expect that. I thought maybe we'd get Winston and then Tracer, like the mascots of the game.
Yeah, the mascots.
But we got every single one. So I actually got to spend a lot of time during the open beta to just try out all the characters. I knew exactly who I was going to play on launch day. And I have my main set, so I'm really dominating. I think I told you this earlier, but for those listening, during the entire beta, I didn't get a single play of the game. Now, there's a play of the game feature where if something spectacular happens, it'll be like in Call of Duty, the final kill cam, it'll be like a replay of the awesome thing that happened. And I didn't get a single one of those during the beta because
it was always Bastion.
It was always Bastion.
Every single time it was Bastion.
I never played as Bastion, so I guess I was never going to get the most valuable play. But so far, I've been playing it for a total of, I think, 6 hours now, and I've gotten the final replay like 5 times, I believe.
That's almost one per hour.
It's amazing. It's really cool, actually. But yeah, I love the community. I just gave a huge shout out on my Twitter to the Overwatch community for actually caring about healers.
Right?
They care about the support class, and it makes me so happy because I love playing support. And at the end of the game, an awesome feature I think that more games should do. It's
Logan,
like yes.
then the world and the PlayStation Network needs people like you, people who love playing support characters.
Yeah, I know, and like
Needs more people.
we are few and far between. But let me tell you, this community loves them because at the end of the match, you can vote for like the best stat, like the most kills. You can vote for that being the best, or the most healing points. And a lot of the time, the healing points really rack up the votes for people's favorite stat of the game. So I really appreciate this community. I appreciate this game. I'm really excited for whatever DLC or whatever extra content is added. But yeah, it's definitely just a great game to just play for 20 minutes and then be done with it, or
If
play
you can.
for
If you
hours
can.
on end.
I know I can't put down the controller.
It's serious. Seriously, it's going to be a problem.
Like, oh god, I have to go to bed. Really?
I really feel like in a month I'm going to be fighting between Overwatch and No Man's Sky. I'm not going to know what to do, so I'll probably just cry instead, because I have to make that choice. So we'll see. But
oh man, no man. Oh, God.
I know.
Damn it. What game do I own? I get Steam game to play. I get PlayStation games to play. I get DLC to play. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I don't know. I just the games need to stop coming out.
I know. Like they need to. Like I love video games as much as the next guy, but God, like
Stop it.
Stop
it. Maybe I should just stop buying them. Like
no,
sorry.
That's nonsense. Stop it.
No, that was stupid. I don't know why I said that.
All right, so what are you playing, Fitz? What are you playing?
Well, I have been playing Doom.
Yes.
And this is another game that I thought, oh, it's just a crappy reboot, won't be any good. I thought about that, and like, whatever, just looks stupid. And then Russell's talking about it. Yeah, I've been watching some gameplay videos. Looks like fun. And I was just like, and he said, oh, and here's a coupon code. Get $15 off. I'm like, okay, newegg.com. $45 Doom. Come here. And, I got it. I got Doom, and it's amazing.
Yeah,
so
you know what? I've heard exactly that from like everybody. I'm one of those people that was thinking like you, like it's just going to be another reboot, blah blah blah. It's not going to be that good. That's why I still haven't bought it, but I keep hearing amazing thing after amazing thing about this game.
It's just mindless fun. Like,
I
you
heard
just go in, there's demons, you have a shotgun, or whatever gun you have, there's a million guns, and they're all upgradable, and you just kill shit. You punch people in the face, you snap their necks, you tear off people's arms and hit them in the head with their own arm. It's perfect.
I heard it's the perfect amount of fan service for fans of the series, and it's refreshing enough to be its own standalone game. I've heard that's exactly a good balance. Yeah,
that's exactly it. I mean, I played a little bit of Doom, the original Doom, not a lot, just whenever I went over to my friend's house, I played a little bit of Doom, and I found it extremely difficult because I was pretty young. Probably shouldn't have been playing Doom, right, now to think of it. Because this isn't a game I would let my 8-year-old kid play.
No, probably not. Probably not.
But, ESRB's there for a reason. But, I don't know. I think one of the funny things is, at the beginning of the game, there's my, I don't know, power suit for, there's no name for this suit. I was going to call it a power suit. And, he puts it on, and then this doctor scientist guy comes, just like, oh, I have an offer for you that will help both of us in the end. And he keeps talking, more narrative. And then the main character just takes the screen that he's talking from and just breaks it. It's pretty much the game saying is, fuck this narrative, fuck the narrative, let's just kill some shit.
That's all, and this is Bethesda, right? Bethesda did this.
Bethesda published it. It's software.
Okay.
That made it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that just doesn't surprise me. I mean that's so cool that
Yeah.
they're like, people just want mindless fun and we're gonna give it to them.
And the game plays fast, and you think it would get repetitive, and it just doesn't.
Yeah.
You're not doing very many different things. You're killing demons, and then you move and you kill more demons, and then you move, you close a portal that spawns demons, and you're killing more demons. You think it'll get boring? No.
No.
It just doesn't.
And it just looks amazing. It looks beautiful.
Oh, it's absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
And my favorite thing is that if you die in lava, you go down seeking the lava, and then you put your thumb up in the air as you slowly went down.
That's amazing.
Terminator 2 reference for those of you who don't get it.
Terminator 2 reference. That's actually fantastic.
It's actually one of my favorite sci-fi movies ever. But
yeah, go Terminator. Let's go.
You
know what? The Doom thing actually ties perfectly into what we're talking about today, because I think it's pretty similar, at least in style.
In style, yeah, and I guess in tone. Maybe not in attitude towards narrative, but definitely in tone.
Definitely.
Because the narrative is kind of convoluted and confusing sometimes. But anyway, we're talking about Darksiders, transition music. We don't have transition music. Okay.
There it is. I did something a little bit.
You did something.
All right,
anyway,
yeah, so, do you want to
Darksiders.
start us off with Darksiders plot? Fitz, do you want to take it away?
See, the Darksiders plot, you can either make it very complicated, or you can make it really simple, like I do with most plots, except for Kingdom Hearts. You can't make that plot simple.
There's no way.
But for Darksiders, you play as one of the Horsemen of the Apocalypse. You play as War, a very badass Horseman of the Apocalypse.
Amazing.
And the apocalypse happens
Prematurely.
Prematurely. It's not supposed to happen. But someone causes the apocalypse, and everyone blames you because you're the only horseman to come down early. It must be the old war character who fucked up. It must be that old war carrier. It must be that old war character who screwed up. And turns out War's falsely accused, and he's just really pissed off that he's being blamed for this. And he goes out and he tries, well, he does kill everything in his path in order to get, redemption. Revenge, I should say. And just to find out who caused the apocalypse. And he does, but I don't know if we should get into all of that.
Yeah, I think, just to note, this game's version of the apocalypse is pretty much heaven versus hell versus mankind.
And mankind gets destroyed.
And mankind gets absolutely massacred. So I think the game takes place 100 years after the apocalypse.
Is it 100 or 1,000?
It's one of those.
Yeah,
but
it's a long time after the apocalypse. It's a long time
after the apocalypse happens, so there's no humans left. Heaven and hell are still battling it out. And meanwhile, there's this subplot that you are War trying to figure out who the hell started all this.
What the hell is going on, Orion?
Exactly. So I think one of the biggest plot points, there's like a big plot twist where one of the head honchos of heaven turns out that he got a choice when he died to either be a servant in heaven or to be a leader of hell, and he chose to be the leader of hell, so he turns his back on heaven.
Abaddon was his name, right?
Abaddon, yes.
Abaddon.
I couldn't remember the name, but yeah.
Yeah.
I know that's like the big plot twist.
Yeah, that's at the very end of the game. You have to fight him.
Yeah, so you fight the leader of hell, essentially.
I don't remember it being a very tough fight.
It wasn't. I mean, nothing really about this game was tough.
It was all very interesting. It was all very fun, though.
Exactly, yeah. It was just entertainment. It was just a lot of gore, a lot of fun. And yeah, a lot of what people remember about this game is just it being a good old-fashioned hack and slash, with some quick time events thrown in there and
RPG elements.
RPG elements,
because it's an RPG podcast.
Wow, interesting.
Yeah, interesting. But as we established in episode 4, every game is an RPG.
Whoa! Oh, wait a second. Okay. But yeah, some of those RPG elements happen to be like collectible weapons and upgrades for move sets that you can acquire. Yeah, so I mean, there's a lot to say about this game. So where do you want to start, Fitz?
Well, okay. Well, I don't know how much we can get to the story since it's been
years.
It's been years, but this game, I'm going to say, basically what it is. It's Legend of Zelda meets God of War.
Yep.
And they went into the bedroom. They got busy. And one of them, God of War, I'm going to say God of War forgot to wear a condom. Zelda got pregnant and gave birth to Darksiders.
Wow. Yep. That's surprisingly accurate. Yeah, no, there's definite elements from both of those series present in Darksiders. You get the God of War thing is pretty much. I mean, you're fighting post-apocalypse. All the gods, heaven and hell, are fighting. I mean, you're going to get God of War elements.
And your name's War.
And you are War. So,
you are War.
So yeah, there's just a lot of gore, a lot of blood and guts, and you're fighting demons and angels, which I think is really cool.
And a lot of combos, which is a big thing in God of War.
Amazing combos and finishers and stuff like that, like cinematic finishers.
Decapitations, binds,
exactly.
cracks.
For anybody who's played Bayonetta, very much like Bayonetta finishers. So I think there's some elements from Bayonetta, but I think this came first, if I remember correctly.
It absolutely did.
But yeah, I mean, and you also get the elements of Legend of Zelda, which some people might not know if they've never played the game. It is very environmental puzzle based. There's tons of like puzzles and roadblocks that you need to solve different puzzles to pass, and different weapon upgrades that you need before you can get past this area. So there's just a lot of Zelda ideals hidden in Darksiders. And there's chests that you can open. It's just very Legend of Zelda.
It's very Legend of Zelda. I was talking about some of the gear that's in the game. Let me look at War's equipment real quick.
I know the first thing that his basic weapon is a sword. It's like a two-handed greatsword
that he uses with one hand.
Yes, but he uses it with one hand.
Two-handed greatsword that he uses with one hand,
and it's amazing.
You also have the Abyssal Chain, which allows him to. It's basically a grappling hook that allows him to swing over to place to place. It's the hook shot. The hook shot.
Yes. He also has a scythe. I know. Death has a scythe in Darksiders 2, but I think War also has a scythe that he can use.
He absolutely does. If I remember correct, that was definitely one of the scythes he could use.
Yes. There's also a weapon called a crossblade, which is like a throwing bladed boomerang thing, if I remember correctly. I think that was like your projectile weapon.
You also get a revolver to use.
Oh, that's right. Yep, you get a gun.
You get a gun, scythe, chaos. That's the weapon. Earth Caller. What does Earth Caller do? The Earth Caller, you use it to send sound waves at your enemy, causing them to be stunned or be damaged or die, whatever.
Right. Yeah. So there's different I'm not gonna say magic. I think it's wrath abilities. Isn't it like a wrath ability?
Right. Wrath. Yeah. Wrath. That's what it's called.
So you get to use your wrath meter to use different power ups and different attacks like that.
And you also get a portal gun.
Yes. Oh, yes.
The game turns into Portal.
It's just Portal. And if I remember correctly, you also get to use your horse in battle, right?
Absolutely.
Once you get horsemen,
Ruin,
right?
His name is Ruin. Yes.
Ruin, yes.
Yeah, and wow.
There was a lot to this game.
Ruin's very badass.
Oh man, there was just so much to this game. I forgot how much.
It's so in depth and it's so varied that I don't know. It was impossible for me to get bored of playing this game, and I didn't.
Exactly.
It kind of got weird when it turned into Portal, but I thought that was probably the weakest part of the game. But then it turned into the end, and the end was pretty cool.
I think when we mentioned Ruin, I just thought of that amazing boss battle where you first get Ruin. I think you get Ruin. Yeah. It's like this huge sandworm thing, right?
Yeah, the huge sandworm.
Oh,
Like
God.
I want to get into the Sandworm a little bit later when we talk
Yeah,
about
okay,
bosses.
yeah.
So,
But just know that there are amazing bosses. There's very varied gameplay.
very, very.
I think I remember this game actually being very favorably reviewed. When it came
It
out.
absolutely was. It's
I mean, you got like 8s, like 7s, 8s. There were a couple 9s.
Probably. I don't remember reading a lot of reviews before I bought it. I just saw, oh, this looks badass, and I bought it.
I know, and I remember I saw you playing it, and I was like, that looks badass, and I played
it. Yeah. You know, it was one of those games like, oh, it's $15 right now. I will just pick it up and put it on my Xbox, and I did, and it was actually it was an obsession of mine for a little bit.
Yeah, it was like all we played. But yeah, this came out in 2010. So this
January 5th, 2010.
This was pre-Skyrim. So, you know, that we weren't consumed by Skyrim at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, we didn't get exactly when it was new, but I think we got it before Skyrim came out.
Yeah, I got it probably a few months, or actually, no, I got it that summer after it came out.
Okay,
because I remember getting it before I went to college, before I knew you.
Yes, and then I played it when I found out that you played it.
Yeah, we were roommates at the end of college.
Exactly. So there it is. What else? I mean, this game is just very deep.
Very deep.
Just thinking about it again after having not played it for a long time, it kind of makes me just want to play it again.
Yeah, the combat starts off very simple. Like, you have one combo at the beginning, but as you level up, you get multiple different weapons. You buy more combos. You get more abilities, more Wrath abilities.
Yep.
And it just the combat becomes insanely deep. And that's how that works.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty much like generic RPG sort of style. You start weak, and then once you get more items and abilities, you get stronger and better. The game just gets better. So I mean, it's not out of the ordinary. I mean, it's not surprising in that sense, but it does it well. I mean, it does it well.
Well, let me backtrack a little bit. The very, very beginning of the game, you're a badass. You have all of your abilities. You have the horse. You're destroying everything, and then you lose them all.
Very Metroid. Very Metroid.
Yes. Very Metroid.
Where you start with the whole Varia suit, and you got all your charge beam, you got everything you need, and then you get in a crash, and then you lose everything.
Yeah.
So very Metroid Prime.
Yeah. Oh my god, this game actually really hard to get really deep to because I haven't played it in 6 years.
Yeah, you're right.
Anyway, boss battles.
Please, yes.
Logan.
Yes.
Favorite boss battle. Go.
I gotta go with that sandworm. I mean, I don't. Mostly because I don't really remember too many more than that. But because it was also a really awesome boss battle that it's like the only one I do remember.
Yes.
So, I mean, this is the one, like we were mentioning earlier, you get your horse Ruin, you summon him into battle, and it's pretty much just a whole boss battle on horseback. And I just remember it being, like, I think there's like 2 or 3 parts to it. And I remember you have to use the revolver a lot, and then there's a lot of quick time events.
Yes.
Again, we talked about quick time events a while ago and like how Russell hates them, but I know that we both love quick time events.
Yeah.
So this is right up our alley. This game.
I actually also like the setup to that because you're going through this desert, and then you actually go into like an arena.
Yep.
And
like
you're fighting everyone in this arena, and it looks very bad for you because you have the cavalry coming up on you, these giant demons.
Yep.
Coming up, they're going to kill you. You look fucked. And then fucking Ruin comes in. This is just be a dirty episode. I'm not gonna censor myself anymore.
Okay.
Yeah. And then Ruin comes in, and he fucks everything up.
Yeah. Yep.
Or her. I don't actually know the sex of the horse.
Whatever you want it to be. That's
whatever you want it to be, and you become almost indestructible because of this horse.
It's amazing.
Ruin is a badass.
I think the best part about it is that after this fight, you get to summon Ruin wherever, whenever.
And it makes traveling so much easier.
Oh god, yeah. I mean, that's
So
one
much
thing we
easier.
it's sort of Darksiders is kind of weird because there are sections that are linear.
Mhm.
Like you have to go this path. But then there are other sections that are totally open world and you can explore them as long as you want. Until you find a place that you can't go and you have to go the actual path that's written out for you. But yeah, there's also a hub world, right? There's like a hub world in there where you can use a blacksmith and do all this good stuff. And there's just like a bunch of secret areas that again, if you explore a little bit, they'll reward you for it. So I mean, so yeah, like you said, Ruin makes doing that a lot easier because the areas can be pretty big, but sometimes they're linear, so you just have this one path to go down.
Okay. Yeah, it's... I got lost in my head there for a second.
It's okay.
Yeah. But yeah, exactly what you said. It's linear in parts, like in dungeons, but it's open world in other parts when you're traveling in between dungeons.
Mm-hmm.
And, stuff to do, there's secrets to find, and there's just... Yeah, many trials to do.
Yeah. I mean, that's the weird thing about this game. Like, it's unique enough. It's definitely different, but it's also very copy paste.
Well, it takes. I mean, a lot of games do this. It takes elements from other games.
Yep.
And gives its own twist.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
it
like
makes a great game out of it.
when we compare it to God of War and Legend of Zelda, that's not a loose comparison. Like, it's literally those two games put together with a story about the apocalypse happening early. Like, it's literally, if you like God of War, if you like Legend of Zelda, guaranteed, like, no doubt in my mind, you're gonna love Darksiders.
Abso-freaking-lutely.
Like, that, it's just that closely related to those two games. And I'm sure more people have played God of War and Legend of Zelda than they have Darksiders.
I have no doubt.
Yeah,
because if you look at an all-time selling list,
oh god,
you do not see Darksiders anywhere on.
I think Darksiders only sold like 1 million something copies.
It was something small, which is one of the reasons why we may never see a Darksiders 3.
So upset about that, honestly.
Yeah, but
But that was the thing.
guys.
I mean, it was sort of destined to be like a series that had 4 games. I mean, you were going to play as every horseman. But like you said, I just don't think that's going to happen anymore.
No, I mean, a studio called THQ did this game.
They are now Nordic Games, if I remember correctly.
Yes, and Nordic Games picked up the rights to Darksiders, and I guess the president of Nordic Games have always said, "Oh, Darksiders 3 is not out of the question. Like, we could work on it at some point.
There's just other things.
There's just other probably bigger things they're working on that would actually make money."
Yeah.
Because unfortunately, these games, while they're popular among people who play them, they just don't sell.
Nope. Which is a shame. I mean, it's really a good game. I mean, it takes a good amount of time to finish too. I mean,
yeah. I mean,
it's definitely a 20 to 30 hour game if you do everything.
I mean, I don't remember doing everything, but even for me, it was like 25 hours.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm a big collector, so I mean, I know I took my time with it. I don't remember the exact hours it took, but I think it was up there.
Yeah, I mean, that's just a guesstimate I have. It could have been 100, but I guarantee you it wasn't.
Like, it's one of those, like, it was definitely, because we didn't get it at launch, it was just definitely worth the $15 that you paid for it.
Or the zero.
Or the zero that I paid for it. I mean, honestly, I should have slipped you a couple bucks just for letting me play this game, because it was just that good, and it was just,
I could give you my address. You can send it now.
Yeah, it's 6 years too late. So let's get into the news. Okay, so
right.
I have 2 pieces of news, but I'm going to do one, and then Fitz, you're going to do yours, and then I'll do my other one.
Yes.
Okay.
That's how it works.
So, the first little bit of news. I know a couple weeks ago, we talked about Nintendo's plans for E3, and to a lot of people's disappointment, it seems like it's literally just going to focus on The Legend of Zelda for Wii U, not even The Legend of Zelda for NX, which is, God. Okay, anyway, we ranted about that last time.
Yeah, we ranted about that a lot.
So, to sort of piggyback off of this, Nintendo just yesterday launched their E3 website. So if you go to e3.nintendo.com, you will see that it brings up a special Legend of Zelda webpage where it's like it's totally moving and like alive. It's kind of cool actually, and they sort of give you what to expect from E3, which is pretty much just the Legend of Zelda Wii U. Mm-hmm. So it's like, Nintendo will transform its booth at this year's E3 to immerse fans into the world of the groundbreaking new Legend of Zelda game for the Wii U console. And then they give links to how to watch E3 if you're not going. So they give you their Treehouse Live event links and all that stuff. And they also, in the tweet announcing that this site was launched, they had some new screenshots in there of The Legend of Zelda Wii U. So it looks like Nintendo's fully gearing up because at this point in time, at the point of recording, E3 is just 3 weeks away. Mm-hmm. Oh, man.
Shit. I mean, 3 weeks away?
3 weeks until E3, everybody. At least from the time that this is recorded. Probably 2 weeks by the time it releases.
Yeah.
So even closer than that.
This is kind of off topic, but I'm going to say.
Go for it.
April and May, they went by like, doo!
I thought it was 1 month. Like, April and May were just 1 month, right? Like,
yeah, like
they
May,
combined it this year.
A lot of stuff happened to me in May. A lot of good things that probably made it move very quick. But
yeah, probably. I know exactly what you're talking about.
I don't need to go too far into this podcast.
Yeah.
Maybe if we get more popular, I'll get more personal. But now, to the 2 people that listen to this podcast,
we'll get a couple more when you have me on here. I'll spread the word.
Honestly, more than 2 people listening to podcasts. Like,
good.
We had. I'm not gonna get no need to go get. No, I'm not gonna get into statistics, but
right, fair enough.
I'm not a big. I've never been a big Nintendo guy. I love the last Zelda game I played, which was a Link Between Worlds, right?
Yes, that was the 3DS one.
The 3DS one, and I loved it.
Good.
It was so good. I loved it. It's one of the 3 games I have on my 3DS. And probably my favorite game I have on my 3DS.
And you don't play Pokemon, so I mean, there's that.
I played the last Pokemon.
Oh, did you? That's your favorite?
Pokemon X.
Oh, okay.
I had a better time with
Link Between Worlds.
Link Between Worlds than I did with Pokemon.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
I respect that.
Yeah, we can get into that another time, or we can get into it right now. Why not?
Why not? I mean, hey.
Yeah, hey,
we
why
got
not?
some time here.
I don't know. I thought
we did compare it to Zelda, so I mean, hey.
Yeah. I just thought Pokemon X was just way too easy.
Oh, absolutely. Every Pokemon game is easy.
Yeah, but this one I felt was way easier because experience share was available from the very beginning,
and it worked for every Pokemon in your party,
and it just worked. And I don't know, it just took the whole I need to train all of my Pokemon thing individually.
Nope, just one.
It just took the whole entirely out of the equation. So I personally liked training my Pokemon individually, spending that time grinding, which is weird. I'm normally adamantly against grinding. But in the case of Pokemon, I like grinding because if you make grinding fun, I like grinding.
Right.
If it's fun, I do it. If it's not fun, fuck it.
You know what? I think it was definitely... because I've gotten out of the whole, I gotta train all my Pokemon mindset, and I've gotten into, the, what cool places can I go to, and what cool Pokemon can I catch,
Yeah, I see what you're saying right there.
I don't know. I mean, I definitely think it's the easiest one out of any Pokemon game, but I mean, it's not too much easier than the other ones. I mean, they're all
Oh, yeah.
pretty comparable.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just something about like beating the Elite Four on my first try with no struggle at all.
Yeah.
That kind of took me out of it.
Fair enough.
I still loved it, but like this is the Elite Four. I shouldn't be
Yeah.
crushing them. I should
With level 40 Pokemon, like.
Yeah, like my Pokemon weren't strong. Like they weren't.
Right.
But anyway, Nintendo's E3 website is up.
Has launched. It is
Has
there.
launched.
E3.nintendo.com.
And it's Zelda.
It's all Zelda.
It's
That's
all
it.
Zelda. We didn't
That's
expect anything less.
Nope.
Or sorry, we didn't expect
Anything
more.
more.
I should say.
It's pretty less.
It remains to be seen whether or not I will get an NX. Maybe I will if they make it worth my while. AKA Metroid.
Oh God. Oh, God. Every time we bring up the NX, we bring up the missed opportunities
Of the Wii U.
of the Wii U and how there was just nothing.
Yeah. You know, I feel like we rant about Nintendo every episode. So, okay. We're going to move on to my piece of news. Ba-dum, ba-dum, dish. A trailer for Mirror's Edge Catalyst came out today on the day of this recording, May 24th, 2016, which it will not be that date when this episode gets released, but today is May 24th. Deal with it. And, you know, it's a trailer. It's the first trailer. It shows you some of the narrative, a little bit of the gameplay, and you know it's Mirror's Edge. You're running. You're running on rooftops. You're sliding down rooftops. You're walking on rails. Like, there's not much else to show. That's what you're doing. It's an FPR, first person runner. That's what it is. You know, I really like the gameplay mechanics of Mirror's Edge. I had a lot of fun, you know, playing the game, but the story itself was abysmal, absolutely terrible. It just was awful.
There's a story to that game?
There's a story that they try to force on you, and it's done terribly.
I thought it was just like Parkour Simulator.
It is that.
Okay.
But there's a story in it, and it's awful.
Weird. Okay. Yeah, I never played Mirror's Edge. It didn't look like it would interest me. And I guess it wouldn't.
Yeah, I guess you wouldn't. I don't know. I had a lot of fun with it. I'm going to get Mirror's Edge Catalyst. I'm going to wait for reviews on it. But, you know,
see what happens.
The trailer looks interesting. It looks like they actually have a good storyline. And that stupid, weird animation that they put the last storyline in. Instead of, we're going to make this game with beautiful graphics and beautiful artwork, and for the cutscenes, we're going to change it all and make it like 2-dimensional and kind of weird looking. And like,
a lot of feelings about Mirror's Edge.
And you know, for me, Mirror's Edge, solid 7.5 out of 10. Like,
solid. Okay.
Solid. And the only reason it brings down is the story element. And me playing...
Or lack thereof.
Or lack thereof story element. And judging by the trailer, it looks like they fixed that.
Oh, good.
So,
okay, that's good. Making
judging by the
improvements is
trailer,
always good.
you won't... It may be completely different come game time, but... I don't know.
Okay.
There's not much else to talk about there. So.
Fair enough. Okay. So, my other piece of news here is, again, focusing on Nintendo because they've been such a hot topic of discussion recently.
And you're our Nintendo guy. So.
And I'm pretty much the only one that you guys know that has a Nintendo console in their house right now.
Yes. Even though Tyler has an N64.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, no news is coming out about that anytime
Nope.
soon. So...
Nintendo
anyway,
releases their new N64.
Oh, God, please. Oh, God. Oh, yes. Anyway. Oh, man. All right.
Why would they do that, though?
I don't know. N65. So, I think it's pretty much been all but confirmed at this point that Nintendo's NX is, in fact, its home console, because reports are coming out that Nintendo is developing a new handheld system currently codenamed MH. What that stands for, I have no clue, but
Mobile
let's hope
handheld.
that... Oh, look Look at
I don't. That's just
you.
a guess. That's just
No,
a guess.
that's a pretty good guess. Wow. All right. Well, now I feel stupid. Anyway, let's hope they keep NX. That sounds amazing. I hope it's not like anything like a Wii name. Let's just go with NX. Keep that, but let's change MH. That kind of sounds kind of weird.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I wouldn't buy that.
Yeah, I wouldn't buy
Nintendo MH.
MH. It's hard. It's hard to say. It's not friendly to the mouth.
Hmm.
But anyway, this is apparently its new generation of handhelds, and you know now we have, like I said, all but confirmed that NX is the home console, whereas this MH is the handheld successor to the 3DS, probably.
You think this handheld will probably link up to the NX?
I'm thinking it'll be sort of like a Vita, where
Okay.
there'll be like a remote play with it. I don't know that it's like you need both to be able to use the other console. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I'm not saying like you're going to need both. I'm just saying. I'm just asking. Do you think it'd be compatible?
Oh yeah. I think there's going to be like remote play and stuff like that, like there's for the Vita and the PS4. Though there's just, at some point there's just going to be way too many screens for me to handle.
You're gonna have to. You're gonna have
The
the
TV screen, the gamepad,
tablet.
the two screens on this new handheld probably.
Oh
Yeah,
god.
it's just going to be too much.
It's probably going to be called Nintendo 4DS.
Oh my god, please. It's just a VR device.
You know, it could be.
It honestly could be VR. I mean, now
It
that I
could
think
be.
about it, it might be, this NX might have some VR compatibility to it.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows?
Yeah,
Because right now, like, the Oculus Rift and, the what's the other one?
Vive or Vive.
Vive, Vive, something like that. I mean, those are either standalone or, like, Sony owned. So, I mean, Nintendo's not really involved with that.
Yeah.
So they might have their own. I mean, who knows?
Vive is HTC.
Okay.
Yeah, which I'm not sure who owns HTC, but
Honestly, I'm honestly just not ready for VR. I'm just not. I'm not ready for it.
It's not really VR. There's a screen in front of your face.
Oh, that's like the one where like you have this device in front. It's like the goggles.
Yeah, I mean that's like the Oculus Rift too. Like the goggles in front of your face, and like I think that would make me sick.
Honestly, I'm scared I'm gonna just break everything in my house. Like I can't just section off a corner of my house for games like that. I just can't do that.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I would ever want like what's Logan? What's that? Danger Room? Is that the X-Men room that they have like a virtual reality that they fight against things? Danger Room?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Something like that. I know
Something
what you're
room.
talking about.
Yeah, like a Danger Room in X-Men, like where they're like fighting in this virtual reality thing, and I don't know if I would like that. I think that'd be kind of scary.
Like I'm just gonna run into wall. Like we're big guys. Like
yeah, we're not small people.
We are not small people. We are big dudes, as is a lot of the gaming community, to be honest. Let's be brutally honest here.
Yeah, let's be real.
I just like I'm scared. I'm just gonna like knock into my TV and break it. Like that is a legitimate fear I have for VR. I don't know. I'm scared of it. It's too futury, too much too soon.
And this is the very obviously this is the very beginning of VR. It's not the Virtua Boy. The Virtua Boy wasn't the beginning.
No.
This is the very beginning of VR.
Yeah.
And
they're gonna make improvements. They're gonna fix.
They're gonna make it they're gonna make improvements, but I don't want it to get to sort our online levels.
Oh god.
Where you're literally being transported into a digital world.
Or the Yu-Gi-Oh season, half season, where they're just in the virtual reality world.
Yeah, and they're playing a card game in a virtual reality where and they transported their cards in there too.
It's amazing.
I don't know Yu-Gi-Oh. I don't know Yu-Gi-Oh. We watched Yu-Gi-Oh for a little bit and then we stopped watching Yu-Gi-Oh for some reason. I don't know why we stopped. Probably because Kuroko's basketball.
Probably because of your other anime.
But
All right,
Kuroko's
that's
basketball. Watch
Oh,
it.
yes.
Watch
Good
it.
stuff.
Not gonna
Good
talk
stuff.
about it. Just watch it.
Just watch Kuroko's basketball.
Yes.
That's all you need.
Anyway, that's the show. We're the Crunchy Duck Gamers.
You got to give the whole spiel. I don't have it memorized.
Yeah, I do. That's my spiel.
Here you go.
You can find us on Twitter at CDuckGamers. And follow us, tweet at us, ask us questions. A guy asked us a question last week, or was about to ask us a question last week, and I was like, yeah, go ahead. And he never asked me a question. But
Dang it. Oh.
You know, I was so close to interacting with my followers.
Oh, so close.
So close, and it didn't happen.
Well. Next time.
Yeah.
We'll get him next time.
You can find us on our Facebook page. Like the Facebook page, it's the Crunchy Duck Gamers. You know, hit it, like it. You know, contact us, whatever. Do whatever you want. And you can find us on iTunes and just search us up on iTunes. You can find us there. You know, leave us a review between 1 star and 5 stars. I say that because you have to do it. That's the rules of iTunes. And you know, write a review. And if you're lucky enough to write an awesome review, we'll read it on the show, and we'll improve our show. I like having my reviews read on other shows I just listen to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, all right.
Absolutely.
Oh, also, you can find us on YouTube as Our channel name is Crunchy Duck. All the episodes are available on YouTube. I don't know, a lot of you, I'm sure a lot of you have noticed a lot of our older episodes are not available on Podomatic. We're searching for a new hosting service. So in order to make space on our site, we've had to delete some of the media files for the older episodes. However, all of the episodes are available on YouTube. So if you want to listen to episode 1, 2, and 3, you have to do it on YouTube. And we'll let you know when we have a new podcast hosting service. And Logan, anything to say?
I mean, I'm sort of still a guest at this point, so I still have my own Twitter stuff. So I'll just shamelessly plug that.
Yeah, go ahead.
You can follow me on my gaming Twitter at TuminatorKH13. The 13 is a number. You don't have to spell out 13. That'd be ridiculous.
That would be a huge Twitter handle.
But nice little plug here. In the coming months, Twitter is actually making tons of updates to the 140 character limit.
Thank God.
Right? Like, so links, mention names in replies, pictures, all that stuff is not going to count towards the 140 character limit. So that's
thank God.
Absolutely amazing. So when you post your YouTube links, right? So when you post your YouTube links, that won't count towards the 140 characters that you get.
You know, that's just so annoying. I mean, I like Twitter in the sense I can interact with people who follow my podcast, but I hate Twitter because it's very limiting in what I can say.
Right, not anymore. So guess what? In the coming months, Twitter is going to be a beautiful place. More beautiful than it already is. But yeah, you can find me at TuminatorKH13 or on Tumblr if you happen to want to do that. You can find me at Tuminator.tumblr.com. Yeah, seriously, stay away. Tuminator.tumblr.com. It's really bad.
It's cookies and porn.
And that's literally all it is. So yeah, that's where you can find me. Again, thank you so much for having me on the show, Fitz. I felt like I did a good job of taking Russell's place.
You did a great job.
Thank you. Catch us next week where we're going to be talking about Darksiders 2.
Yeah, that's how series works.
Wow, incredible.
Yeah.
All right, so thank you for listening, and we will check you next time.
Dum 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 dum. The end.